Hello, this is Applejinx, and I'm back showing off some things that I've been doing in Wolfden. Up here, this is my little tree house, and you can look down through there to see some of what's been done. We got the rail station, and Nems helped me by starting the rail station, but I had a different idea for how I wanted to have it done, so I sort of went through and did it over again. I kind of just wanted it to be mine, and the rail station takes this railway line, which is one of the Wolfden railway lines, and runs it through. It was pretty tricky to make because it goes two directions and all of that. One of the things I'm also going to be showing is mob access control systems, namely these fences. This is essentially an everything-proof fence. The fence part stops other mobs, although it will not stop skeletons from shooting at you. And then it goes up one, and these spaced glass blocks stop spiders from climbing over. What I've got under here is some torches. I'm thinking about changing all of these over to glowstone, just for the look of it. I got my little exposed patio here. This is Grand Central Station. I'll be showing you this in a moment. Grand Central Station has all of these. This is actually a light. There's the torches up here, but mostly you can just see the chest. And these are open to everybody. And what we've got here is all of these crazy interleaving railways. This is a Nems trick of going down very rapidly. That was a neat one to pick up. You basically go down super fast this way. Actually, you can go down even faster than that. I don't think that's the ultimate in fastness, but it packs it into a tighter area. You scoot over here, hit this detector rail, coming down these. It builds up a little extra momentum because they have slightly too many powered rails on the top there. That's a brake, because this will depower that. This is being run by a inverter. It brakes you and then starts you up again after you see the sign. Now, one thing about this, I have this set up in this way for a reason. I've got this nice little archway. I tried to put ASCII art on this, but it didn't actually work. And there's a slight delay to that extra powered rail just because why not? I have gates on those. It's using the gate over a detector rail trick because I don't want to let mobs into the area. Previously I had it so that it was open and then mobs could get in, and there was more access control inside, and decided I just did not want to let them in the first place. Technically you can pass through the gates anyway. You don't need the detector rail, but I like having it open because it makes it seem more realistic that there is a gate that opens for you. What we'll do is bomb through here, dive down, stop there, and then stop here. Now either of these will directly power this track, and then they go to the delay which powers that after a slight period. I have this recessed for a reason. I have a terrible problem getting out of minecarts. I'm constantly getting stuck in them, and that's very annoying. What I found is that if you have a half slab and you're in one of these little cul-de-sacs, it's very easy to get out. So I like having that there. I might actually be putting the entire floor as these because I like the look of them. Now, and I might be doing something with this pond. Over here, By the way, there is also, this is where that mob-proof fence goes. I have not yet confirmed that spiders can't get in this little corner. I'm about to show you some of the stuff there. This is a water elevator. You swim straight up and climb in. Oh. Or you climb in when you can. And we might be seeing some of our mobs here because it has become dark. Spiders can get over here, but the idea is they don't get in through here. Now, what has been getting in through here is different. And we'll be seeing that shortly. We'll fire up the old bow just in case I need to use it. These are Seth-Bling water gates, made in a certain way. What I'm doing is I'm extending this mob-proof fence, and this fence nothing can get through. Skeletons can fire through, but mobs can't actually get through it because mobs are stopped by the 1.5 high fence, and the spiders can climb up that very easily, but they can't do the overhang. And there only needs to be spiders are too wide, so they only need to be this wide. Now it can be tricky to space them. If the spiders are getting in, that means you're spacing them wrong. But all in all, it's a good arrangement for mob-proofing everything. Some nights there's lots of mobs showing up here and some not so much. How this works is there is the little shape of glass for enclosing 2 source blocks of water, and it has to be 2 source blocks. Like if you swim up, it's sealed to the top, and then signs are controlling where the water can go. I had a post here so that it was just, I wonder if I'm holding a post. Yes, I am. And am I holding glass? Yes, I am. So I can actually demonstrate that right now at the cost of a bit of a mess. If you got a post here, it's even easier to get through. And it has a nice look to it. The idea with the Seth-Bling water door, and I'm not sure it's technically entirely Seth-Bling, he might have found it from somebody himself because these things all get passed around. A mob will try to follow you walking into the water. These are both source blocks, and so the mob with its head in the source block tries to swim up. And when he swims up, he gets stuck there because he can't go in any direction. He doesn't swim down because they don't do that. And he drowns there and then drops his stuff on the grass. This could also be water, but I just happen not to. The trouble with that is I have had a creeper try to come through, and it always seems to be a creeper somehow. I don't know why. It's the least one you want to see. But sometimes they seem to sneak through, and I thought the creeper snuck through by sort of being too close to the edge here and going to the side. You want him to be see, I can just squeeze through here. Now you do not want a creeper to pull this trick of being on this edge, coming through here, and then being able to breathe. Not good. Since creepers can apparently do that, it's a bad scenario. Hi, who's here? Oh, he doesn't seem to do that though, so he swims up and he gets stuck. And at this point I can just basically replace this one anytime I want. And the mob is swimming through the water door and getting killed, and so much for him. I'll scoot out here living dangerously and grab this. Now here we have the problem for Mr. Spider. He can't get stuck in the water trap. That does not work for him. But at the same time, he can't get me. I hit him with a fence post. Doesn't matter. See, the sky is up. Actually, come to think of it, maybe he can. Alrighty, see, this is how you debug things like this. Mr. Spider jumped up and managed to get on top of something or other. I'm not quite sure what. I've had situations where I was working out whether I needed to have this piece of glass missing. Because the deal is, you watch where they're getting through and then sort of work on that. I thought I had to have that bit there. But maybe you don't. Or maybe he can grab onto two pieces of glass together. That, or perhaps if it's too high and goes like this, there's a possibility for something that might work. Anyway, the semi-mob-proof doors are here. They are a Seth Bling invention. I have routinely found various things to get through them anyway, but they do trap a lot of mobs. And unlike the mob-proof doors, this is completely mob-proof. A line of fences extended upwards into the glass blocks are completely mob-proof unless a spider maybe jumps from nearby on top of the glass or something like that. I am not quite sure. Oh, hi, Creeper. See, these guys have sometimes gotten through this mob-proof door. You'll notice he snuck up on me and I did not hear him coming. So that's a bad scenario. Creepers have sometimes gotten through that area, but you just saw that one get trapped. So it's a very interesting semi-mob-proof door scenario. And this fence will stop creepers and things that snuck through from getting down into the open area. And it won't actually stop spiders, but I've never seen one actually get by except for just then. And I had to taunt it in order to do that. So, a work in progress. And lastly, you can see that I have the climbable treehouse. The nice thing about the two wide things up there, you can go right up through this hole and across, and then if you walk straight across there, you will automatically not fall in. In fact, you can walk across this in any direction and you'll automatically not fall in, because when you touch vines, you climb up. So it's a non-fallable through hole, which is a nice touch. It doesn't matter which direction you're facing. You will just go up. And lastly, this is Grand Central Station, so this is all of these are unlocked. And as you can see, the bottom edge here is a decorative line which is working furnaces. There's no sense keeping coal anywhere when you can keep it in an enormous line of furnaces. And then if you actually need to make large quantities of anything, you just throw it in there and go. And down here, a sparse trench mega mine. I started this out as the first mine that I did in this world, which is Wolfden. And you go down here, I've got my little disposal, which is unfortunately also a cat disposal, because they will climb in there and play in the lava. And initially it was a mine this big, or roughly this big, and this wide that I would just mine to the side on. Actually, I was going straight across at bedrock, which means you have very poor visibility. Now it's slightly different. This is the Sparse Trench Megamine. As you can see, we got the starting places for all of these little mines. This is sparse trench arrangement, so it's 1 and over 1, 2, 3, up 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. This arrangement means that you're scanning the most blocks as you dig in. I don't want to dig that one because that is a gravel, and I'm making it complicated. It's a nearby skeleton falling in some lava. But basically you dig in through here, and you can see the largest range of possible blocks for places that diamond might be hiding. If the one face is showing on here, it might be a deposit. And that's the point of sparse trench mining, is that you can see an entire coal face, for instance, and follow it out. It is a very time-efficient way of getting a lot of stuff. And the idea is making a layout where you can get from one to another of these mines rapidly. Just run from one to another, digging and then looking for stuff. You don't necessarily follow any one very far, but you can quickly get out. This is where I stopped. The idea is getting around through here in such a way that you can cover a large range. Essentially, you're covering the entire diamond area. And the way that works, you do a certain amount of jumping, but this large V-shaped trench is the quickest way of getting around and getting around all of these different sparse branch mines. It's a big V that goes down 2 for every one across, down to bedrock, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. The top level doesn't actually get you as many diamonds. You've got a certain amount of diamonds on the 15 height, and I think none on the 16, although you can still get other resources here, so it's like reasonable to be getting stuff there. The top 2 are not diamond heavy, but it's just for being thorough. It covers the largest amount of area. And how this works is you can go down quite safely. You can go down 2 without being harmed. And then to go up, you just jump and go over. And then in order to traverse this, what happens is you run across, and then as you start to go down, you jump. Doing that, and for some reason I have this sealed up. Why is that there? Just run around doing a lot of jumping, basically. If you're going across this way, you do your jump as you drop down, go in the other direction. Either way, you're running across this thing, and hit the jump key as soon as you drop, and it's your little parkour thing. Otherwise, if you're going this direction, what will happen is you'll get stuck, like that. Going this way, it's slightly more forgiving, but going this way, you'll want to hit your jumps. A little head start. There we go. As you might imagine, I have not counted how many mines there are here. This is a way of covering the entire diamond layer in a section. I can continue that direction as long as I want. It takes more time to set all of this up, but once it's set up, it's very fast to go through. and I'm sure I'll be doing that at some point, although oddly enough I like setting this kind of stuff up more than using it, so I may just leave this and do other things. This could be the Grand Central Station public diamond mine. It's the enormous branch system. When I hit upon things like the lava here, sometimes I'll just leave it there. For instance, this would make a good incinerator. I'm not sure if I have anything that needs to be incinerated, but if I did, point upwards a little bit. There we go. And no, not so much. Okay, so face this way and point upwards a little bit. I think the rule for that is you're not pointing too far up. And on this side, I've started doing it the other direction. Here's another one of my little incinerators. This is not going to be a fun area for cats, I gotta say. Too many bits of lava that they can get into. And I think there was one that was just lava that I blocked off with cobble. And this is the kind of stuff you gotta work through sometimes. I filled a bit of this in already, but you got your little water source. Water source came from here, and I filled that up so that it stopped being filled. In order to make it go away, I'm going to have to fill it in with cobblestone or something, and then run the mine through there and possibly block off this so that it's a nice tidy V shape. Doing this kind of thing, it's all about controlling the environment in such a way that you know what to expect. Speaking of which, this is what happened here. Was let's get some stone. Cobble would be better, but get some stone handy. What I had here was I started going through this hole, and guess what? We have lava right there. So what I did was just filled it in, and my idea is this is a good way to show that a particular line is tapped out, is just wall it off completely. That also means you can run straight across it without having to jump. Yeah, tidiness. And I got some handy dandy furnaces here. And I got your handy crafting table, and an awful lot of cobble in here. And again, I have unlocked all of these chests. Got some torches in there. The idea is this is a resource that people can use if they feel like going in and quickly mining the crap out of something. As you can see, it's pretty quick getting around. Going down to a lower level. Running back up again. And again, I did not count how many mines there are here. I suppose you can calculate how fast you can drag resources out of a single mine shaft that's exposed on all sides. And then you can calculate how many levels this is, and then how many mines there are going through here to the end, and how fast you can get there. And at some point I can continue digging all this out. I swear I went through an entire diamond pick that was enchanted with like triple unbreaking or something to get all of this out. But the purpose is to make it this nice funky resource that you can run all around, and mind you can't get up going this direction, but that's okay. You can sort of sneak back and forth and get up the other way. So that's the most recent thing I was going to show off. That is the enormous trench sparse branch mining system. This is how I got so many stacks of cobblestone that I gave to the Wolfden folks. I dropped it in the Wolfden donation hut without announcing what it was. That's where that came from, guys. That came from mines like this. Also, cobblestone likes me. It seems to try to show up where I am at. Redstone likes me. It seems to try to show up. So, there is the sky ribbon. I know I could build pillars, but I like the way that it looks that way for some reason. It's like, that's the sky ribbon. I like having sky ribbons. I might run a sky ribbon all the way across the sea. And this is my patio, which is lit from underneath. Again, I might try to do glowstone. And here's Grand Central Station. I keep trying to see whether I can get some mobs coming in here so that I can show out how this works. One thing to bear in mind is that you have to be careful. I have seen spiders trying to get through here and failing. You have to be careful with the way this is laid out. I think spiders can get through, as you can see, I spaced this out differently. I think I saw spiders getting through a vertical line running this way. That if you leave a gap this big, I'm not sure, but I think spiders may have been getting through that. I think that it counts as too wide because of the way that it's arranged, and that is why I made it a solid wall. And I guess I'll be showing my technique for, or maybe not. By the way, in building these, it's obviously easy to place the vertical block here, but when you want to put the glass, my favorite way of doing that is just the jump in place. And I've done a lot of that. So this is your nice glass-topped mob-proof wall. Skellies can shoot through it very fine, but they can't actually get through it. And it's fairly efficient as far as resources are concerned, and it is completely spider-proof if it's just a straight line going across. They are absolutely unable to get past here. I've been meaning to check and find out whether Endermen can take glass blocks. I think maybe they can't. I think they can take stone and dirt and stuff, but I don't think they can take glass blocks. Because you want to pick something for this that the Endermen can't pick up and walk off with. So, there is the most recent Wolfden, and thank you very much. See you all later.